On August 11, 2025, the Supreme Court of India ordered stray dogs to be taken off Delhi streets, all of them to be captured and housed in shelters. 11 days later, on August 22, the court reversed its course: sterilise, vaccinate, and return except aggressive dogs. Two orders, 11 days, and the entire nation is asking, how do we keep people safe without being cruel to these animals? It is worth noting, India has one of the largest stray dog populations on earth. In Delhi alone, estimates range from 5 lakh to 10 lakh stray dogs. That density means frequent human-dog contact and conflict. And here's what everyone should understand before we dive deeper into this topic. Dog bites are not rare in India. 3.7 million dog bite cases were reported in 2024 across the nation. And while official rabies deaths are low on paper, WHO estimates 18,000 to 20,000 deaths annually. But it's not simple us versus them. Many street dogs are calm, sterilized, and part of neighborhood life. The question is management, not panic. And I will tell you how we are part of the problem itself. So now the question is, why are street dogs being referred to as a menace? Well, three things drive this menace narrative. Number one is public safety. Dog packs near schools, parks, and garbage sites can intimidate or attack. According to some estimates, Delhi alone sees nearly 2,000 bite cases per day. And around 50 rabies cases were noted from January to July 2025. Even rare fatal incidents cause understandable public anger. Next in line is the strain on healthcare. This is because post-exposure rabies shots are expensive and very time sensitive. And the third is quality of life. People claim that nighttime barking, territorial chases of cyclists or delivery workers, and fouling of public spaces affects their daily routines. While these three concerns are real, but so is the ethical case for humane treatment. Because street dogs didn't create themselves, we did. And this is why I say that we are part of the problem itself. Why am I saying this can be understood from three specific human behaviors that fuel this crisis. First, garbage. Open dumps and overflowing bins create 24/7 buffets for these stray dogs. If the food source never ends, neither will the population pressure. Then comes irresponsible pet ownership, where unsterilized pets are roaming, and abandonment of pedigrees add new unvaccinated dogs to street gene pools. Another major human behavioral issue is unregulated feeding. While compassion is good, but feeding at gates and stairwells can cluster dogs, escalate territorial behavior, and spark conflicts, especially with children or the elderly. This context is crucial to understanding why the Supreme Court moved the way it did and why it changed its mind. On August 11th, a two-judge bench, reacting to a spike in bites and fatalities, ordered all stray dogs in Delhi-NCR to be picked up and moved to shelters and not released back. It gave about 8 weeks to build shelter capacity and warned against obstruction. The court's message was loud and clear: children and senior citizens must be safe on the streets. The backlash to the ruling was immediate. Animal welfare groups argued it was impractical, unlawful under the Animal Birth Control or the ABC rules, and they argued it was inhuman given the existing shelters' inadequate capacity. 11 days later, on August 22, a three-judge bench modified the earlier directive. The new plan now includes catch, sterilize, immunize, and release the dogs back to the same localities, except those who are aggressive, they must be kept separately. The court also said no public feeding in random spots. Instead, create designated feeding areas in each ward. It invited adoption via municipal applications and signaled work towards a national uniform policy. So this is what has happened in the past 1 month. But hang on a second, is it really an India-specific problem? Well, not really. Let's have a look at one of the examples that solved or shrank their stray dog problem by combining prevention, population control, and public accountability. This example is the Netherlands. The Netherlands became world's first country with no stray dogs on the street. But how did they achieve this? The answer lies in 4 alphabets: C, N, V, R. The CNVR program, which stands for Collect, Neuter, Vaccinate and Return, is a nationwide government-funded sterilization program in the Netherlands. Additionally, many municipalities in the Netherlands spike taxes for store-bought dogs to incentivize people to adopt homeless dogs from shelters instead. Further, the Netherlands set up an animal police force monitoring crimes against animals. However, the force also rescues animals in trouble. The message here is clear: CNVR at scale, where stray dogs already exist, adoption pipelines, and clear rules on feeding and public safety. Ultimately, it's not about choosing people or the dogs. It's about designing cities where both are safer. This brings me to one of the most crucial aspects of this matter: local municipalities. Municipalities carry the heaviest load, but real-world bottlenecks slow them down. These includes lakhs of free-roaming dogs, but too few trained catchers and vets. Here's why their role is further cut out. They face waste management gaps that keep feeding packs, and on top of it, weak data and tracking causes duplication of efforts. Then there is scarce shelter space for aggressive dogs and the shaky interdepartmental coordination where health, animal husbandry and police rarely move in sync. This creates multiple operational challenges for municipalities and limits their effectiveness to cater to the problem. In 11 days, the Supreme Court moved from a hard remove and shelter stance to sterilise, vaccinate and release strategy with rules on feeding and a plan for national policy. The signal is clear: force won't fix complex urban ecology, implementation will. If Delhi shows falling bites and rising ABC coverage, India will have a humane, scalable template. So what should change first where you live? Garbage management or feeder discipline? Tell me in the comments, and see you in the next video.